Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. It's that time again. I got a little bored, had a little bit of time, so I'm gonna do another mock draft. I am going to do another mock draft this time. Maybe I do some trades, maybe I don't. You guys stay tuned for that, but let me know. I do plan on also probably this weekend during the late night Giants talk, probably doing a live. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a live mock draft. Make sure you guys tune in for that. I will be taking suggestions in the comment section. Maybe I'll get somebody to join me in on the mock draft. We'll see what happens with that. But without further ado, let's get into this next mock draft. Okay, so we will be using PFF for this mock draft. I already know how people feel. Some people hate PFF. Some people use PFN. Some people use the NFL mock draft simulator. But I just like the rankings right now. Outside of a few players, they do need to figure out how to get this thing right when it comes to teams in the top 5 picking Shedeur Sanders. No way should you be getting an F if you pick Shedeur Sanders in the top 5, but PFF is what it is. So let's go ahead and get into this draft. Let's go ahead and enter. We will be going 7 rounds with this one. And let's go. All right off the bat, Cam Ward, Travis Hunter is gone. Now, a lot of Giants fans will tell you, well, Abdul Carter, he's best player available. You got to get Abdul Carter. Listen, I will say this about Abdul Carter. I'm a fan of Abdul Carter. He is an absolute freak when it comes to his speed, first step, bend. Fantastic pass rusher. I think he's a little bit of a liability when it comes to the run game. And for me, Abdul Carter is fantastic to add to this team, but we already have speed rush or that type of edge rusher here. Both Kayvon Thibodeaux and Brian Burns are speed rushers, and also this edge class is deep, and I can find an edge that can rush the passer and set the edge more than Abdul Carter can a little bit later. So for me, this is a no-brainer in this situation. If Travis Hunter was still there, I most likely would pick Travis Hunter if both quarterbacks were gone. But in this situation, Cam Ward went first, Travis Hunter went second. So for me, let's go ahead and bring the perfect timing back to the New York Giants. I'm taking Shedeur Sanders. This is not a surprise for anybody. I already understand how some people feel. They don't like him for whatever reason. But for me, solid quarterback prospect. Let me go ahead and get Shedeur Sanders wearing the New York Giants blue. All right, so at pick 34, again, I want to go trench heavy in this draft. That's where the strength of the draft class is, in the trenches on the defensive side, especially at defensive tackle. You got a lot of edge rushers as well, hand in the dirt edges in this draft, deep pause. Also have some offensive linemen, top heavy when it comes to the offensive lineman, but still, I'm looking at this list right now at pick 3, and I'm sorry, in the second round at pick 34, and I'm already surprised to see that Josh Connolly has fell into the second round. Now, I will say, you know what, I got to draft a defensive tackle here. I got to get a defensive tackle, but when I have somebody of the caliber of Josh Connolly, it makes me think about, okay, I'm still addressing the trenches, so I'm not getting away from my philosophy completely, but I am getting away from the defensive side. But I like how deep this defensive tackle class is, to the point where I'll take a guy like Josh Connolly here because he gives me a swing tackle option. He gives me, if Andrew Thomas gets hurt and goes down, I have an offensive tackle that can take his spot without having to move Jermaine Illuminor. And again, we only have Jermaine Illuminor for one more year. Might as well get another tackle in here just in case he does not want to re-sign with the Giants after this season. So let me go ahead and take Josh Connolly in this spot right here. Now, I'm desperately thinking, okay, in round 3 and round 4, I have to address the defensive line or either the edge. I have to. As tempting as TreVeyon Henderson is right here at 65, I think he's a home run hitter every time he gets his hands on the ball. I have to go defensive line, in my opinion, in this scenario right here. That's where the strength of the draft is. Let's see who's available right now, because I already saw some names that I thought were going to be here that are not on or not available right now. So when I look at the defensive line options, I see Jordan Phillips. I'm cool with Jordan Phillips. Deion Walker needs some more development. Actually, it's more about him being too tall, not getting good leverage, standing straight up at the snap. That gives me pause on Deion Walker, and that's crazy too, because going into this season, a lot of people had him as one of the top defensive tackles, in college football. I like Aeneas Peebles a lot, but I like Jamari Caldwell even more. So we're at pick 65. I might still be able to hold off and get Jamari Caldwell at 103. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. And let me see who's available right now. I see Josiah Stewart is available here. Another good tackle prospect. Two good tackle prospects, Cam Williams and Ozzie Trapillo, are here too. Chris Paul is still here at linebacker. Elijah Roberts I like a lot. You also have Wyatt Millam here. A lot of people think that Wyatt Millam will actually be a better guard than tackle, depending on who you're talking to. Some people just call you crazy if you're calling Wyatt a guard, but I think he can. I think he can play guard. I think he'll be a better guard than tackle. We'll see what happens. Didn't have the strongest Senior Bowl week, but it is what it is with that. But I do see the tackle from Arizona, who was projected to be a guard. I see Jalen Royal still available too. Elijah Roberts. Now, for some people that are not familiar with Elijah Roberts, let's go ahead and get familiar with him. He is a edge rusher, hand in the dirt edge rusher, because he's one of those bigger guys. He's not a speed rush type of guy. He can set the edge, but he also gives you good pass rush ability. Let's go ahead and open up the card on Elijah Roberts. And again, if you haven't got a chance to watch this SMU defense, go ahead and do yourself a favor and do that. Now, you already see off the bat, look at the grades. Again, we could talk about the level of competition he's playing against, but we know they made it to the college playoffs. And this guy can absolutely play ball. Again, you see where he plays. A lot of the time he's outside of the tackle, so he's right at that edge spot that you want. If the New York Giants were running a 4-3 defense, he would be a 4-3 defensive end with his hand in the dirt. Go ahead and talk about the size of the guy, 6'4", 295. He is huge. But that also tells me he can do what? At 6'4", 295, not only is he an edge rusher, he can also be that 3 technique, in my opinion. Hand in the dirt, 3 technique, put him next to Dexter Lawrence. I really like what I see with this guy. Again, let's look at his stats. You see his pass rush grade is a 90.7. Running grade is 81. There's no weakness here. Look at his true pass set grade is a 91.3. If you haven't got a chance to watch this kid play, go ahead and watch this guy play. 8 sacks on the season, 7 QB hits, 45 QB hurries. We've seen enough. I'm going to go ahead and take Elijah Roberts here. And then I'm going to hope that I can get Jamari Caldwell. At this next pick at 103. So I do see Aeneas Peebles still there. Jamari Caldwell is here. I'm not going to waste any time. I see Ashton Gillette is here. I like Ashton Gillette a lot, but I still need a big presence next to Dexter Lawrence. I already got Elijah Roberts to put him next to Dexter Lawrence as the 3 tech. Give me the DT next to Dexter Lawrence and Jamari Caldwell. Not going to waste your time. Go ahead and draft Jamari Caldwell. All right, now we're at pick 133. Again, let's see what we've done so far. We've got Shedeur Sanders. We have the tackle Josh Connerly, value pick right there. Elijah Roberts, SMU edge rusher, but also can play the 3 technique in the 3-4. Jamari Caldwell, solid defensive tackle, gives you pass rush ability, gives you run stuffing ability as well. Now I'm sitting here at 133 in the 4th round. Guess what? I still want to go trenches. People, well, Dash, why don't you get a cornerback right now? Listen, we might have to buy a cornerback in free agency because in this mock draft, I'm going heavy trenches. So let's see if my sleeper is still here. Look at these names here. I'm going to let you guys guess, give you a couple seconds to guess who in this list right here is a big Dash sleeper. 3, 2, 1. It's Tyler Batty. I couldn't wait any longer. It's Tyler Batty from BYU. He's also an edge rusher. Dash, we just got an edge rusher. No, we got a 3 technique when it comes to Elijah Roberts. Tyler Batty is actually he can do both hand in the dirt defensive end type in a 4-3, but also he can stand up and play edge as a 3-4, and he is a better edge setter when it comes to defending the run than what we have on the squad right now. So again, I'm running right through it now. Tyler Batty at 133. Let's go ahead and do this right now. All right, so now we're in round 5, pick 154. You've seen what we've done already. I think we've addressed the trenches. Is there still a tackle available? Defensive tackle available? Probably so. Maybe somebody fell through the cracks. But right now, we can start getting into best player available, or where need meets value. Where needs meets value. So I haven't gone with the interior offensive line yet. And I'm looking now to see who's available. I see the center from Ohio State. Seth is still there. Seth McLaughlin is still there. Connor Colby from Iowa. You can't go wrong with an Iowa lineman. There's also Tyler Cooper, offensive guard from Minnesota, available as well. Denzel Burke is a cornerback that I think a lot of people are sleeping on that's available. Kyle Monangai is here. Now, I've argued with people. I've gone back and forth with a lot of people saying, you know what, I wouldn't touch a running back. This running back class is so deep. I wouldn't touch a running back until day 3. Well, here we are in day 3 in this mock draft. And when I look at it, let me look and see what running backs are available right now. When I look at the running backs, sad to say, I'm not saying that it's really slim pickings. That would be highly disrespectful, but you're getting to the lower end of these guys. I do like Ollie Gordon a lot, even though he had a down year. But Kyle Monangai, New Jersey native. Come on to the New York Giants, Kyle Monangai. Come on to the New York Giants. Let's team you up with Tyrone Tracy. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do that. So now we have our final 2 picks in the 7th round. Let's see where need meets value. And already, again, there's somebody that is jumping off the screen to me right now. That guy's Ty Robinson from Nebraska. Now, Dash, we already got defensive tackles. Listen, we do got some defensive tackles. We do have a 3 technique. We do have an edge. But again, this is a deep class when it comes to the defensive line. Ty Robinson out of Nebraska. Go ahead and look him up. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm going to go ahead and select Ty Robinson here. And then in this last pick, I'm going to see if one of those wide receivers have fallen. Let's see who's available right now. Oh, wow, Tonka Hemingway is still available. He's another DT, but I think we've done enough when it comes to these trenches right now. Cornerback, Jabbar Muhammad. I'm a big fan of Jabbar Muhammad. I do see Shiloh Sanders there as well. We drafted Shador. Unfortunately, in this mock draft, I will not be taking Shiloh Sanders. I will be taking Jabbar Muhammad. Why? Because he can give you outside corner ability and also slot corner ability. Now, the Giants already have enough slot corners. I understand. But again, Jabbar Muhammad can do both. Liked him at Washington. I liked him at Oregon this year. I'm going with Jabbar Muhammad to close out this draft. Let's see what the grade is. Let's see what they gave us, man. Let's see what they gave us. And again, PFF doing PFF things. Shador Sanders gets us an F. I disagree with that. Josh Connolly got us an A. Elijah Roberts gave us a C. Jamari Caldwell is C. Tyler Batty is C. Kyle Monangai is C-. And Ty Robinson a C. Now, I will say this. Maybe they didn't watch Elijah Roberts. You saw what the grades were. I don't understand. 91, 91 in 2024 and 2023. You see the numbers, the pressures, 45 pressures this year. But you're going to give me a C. Okay, whatever. Jamari Caldwell, I don't care what anybody says. If you turn on the tape, he pops. Period. Tyler Batty, another guy, when you turn on the tape, he pops, gives you versatility as an edge rusher, gives you the pass rush, but also can set the edge and run defense, and that's exactly what the New York Giants need. Kyle Monangai, running back, Rutgers. You guys already know what it is about that. Team him up with Tyrone Tracy. You got your speed back with Tyrone Tracy, and then you got your little bit of a workhorse back with Kyle Monangai. Ty Robinson, solid defensive tackle out of Nebraska. Wrestling background, plays with good leverage, strong. Love Ty Robinson. And then ending it with Jabbar Muhammad, the versatile corner, DB, give you outside, give you inside ability. New York Giants gave me, the PFF gave me a C+. Don't agree with that. Think I should have got a B-, but it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.